men's spa, which is located upstairs. I started that in 2017. I literally started with my beard company, lovemonkeybeards.com, and I grew it from the product. I went back to school to learn more about skincare, and I didn't know the total realm of what an esthetician could offer. So when I went to school, everybody, it's like 100 girls in my class, everybody going after lashes and ladies, and I just wanted to sell my beard products. So I chose just to focus on men's self-care and wellness. So everybody was telling me that it wouldn't work. It's not gonna work. You're not gonna be able to make an income off of men. They don't care about self-care. And something inside of me just said, do it anyways, because I don't like messing with chicks. Like I think women who get services complain too much. So I didn't want to be in business with doing somebody's lashes who think they're a lash tech too. Because if you know what you're doing, you should do it yourself. That was my idea. And I just found that doing services for men was way easier. They don't complain, they don't know the process. So if I messed up, it wasn't me having to explain why I skipped a step, or if I forgot it, or why I'm doing it this way or doing it that way. It was just way easier for me. I literally took myself off of social services just with beard care products. I built my beard line literally off of food stamps. All my products was all natural. I literally was flipping and just getting the natural products from the supermarket, and I learned how to formulate my formula and my recipes with all natural ingredients. So when they kicked me off, I was crying and sad. But I learned how to leverage my business to make it work for me. So once I was self-sufficient, I found that I had more bills and I needed more money. So I drew up this brain scheme of an idea for the groom room. And when I showed it to my friends and my people at the school, they told me, no, you might as well just go work for the men's spa in Pittsburgh. You're not gonna be able to get enough clientele. I literally turned my groom room into a six-figure business by myself. And I did that, and I skipped a lot of steps. Like if I would have had a class like this with somebody to tell me which steps, I would have saved a lot of money. I wasn't properly structured. I didn't know anything about business. I was just going with the flow. I knew nothing about business, but I knew that from my past experiences and my prison stints. I was sitting in a room with people telling me how to run empires the incorrect way. So everything I was doing was not by the book, and it cost me a lot of money. So I want to know, how many of you are proper structurally? How many of you have an LLC? No, you do. How many of you are just DBA? What are you? You DBA? Just DBA. Just DBA? Okay, so when you start to grow, you're going to need to come out of the DBA stage and go to an LLC, because everybody wants their business to work for them. You don't want to be a slave. I don't want to be upstairs doing services. I want to retire myself in the next 5 years. I want other people to work for me and pay my bills, right? And so that all comes with proper structure and a proper foundation. And I literally wasn't structured properly until I met Greg, who helped me do my LLC, and I didn't understand the importance of being, I have one of my business LLC and then one at Ashford, so that it works for me. And now my investment literally works for me, and I don't work for it. So what I want you guys to learn today, I don't want to give you a whole bunch of motivation speeches and tell you everything about me. I want you guys to leave with something tangible. So most of you guys have the business resources and checklists. These guys are going to give you more information on how to start properly. On the startup checklist, it'll tell you to have your business name, EIN, your logo, your business plan, and we gave you an outline for a business plan. And if you cannot come up with your proper business plan, I have people here. I made sure I brought the proper people because I don't know everything. I promise you, I'm still learning in business, and people think like I'm successful. No, I'm still learning. I promise you, I'm still learning. I still F up all the time. I'm not organizing. That's why I need these 3 people behind me, especially her, because half the time I don't know where my brain is in business. I don't know the proper systems. I don't know how to operate the proper systems. And Shakita, ooh. Do y'all know Shakita is a millionaire? No.
Well, hello, Shakita.
Do y'all know that? I told Shakita's shop. Shakita has like this room times 10 full of stuff that she can utilize to make herself a millionaire. And it just kind of, it drew me back because she needs somebody to show her. Like, we can accumulate a whole bunch of stuff and not know what to do with it. And we need people surrounding us to push us to do the right steps in the right order. Okay, I don't have my phone to do your thing. Let me see your phone. Hold on, because I got to do a speech. Let me see.
What you need?
I need to introduce you. Hold on, because I don't want to mess this up, right?
Get your phone.
I don't want to mess this up.
Here you go.
Okay.
What you need, that right
Here, let me, Lord Jesus. Okay. He extra. If y'all can see his chain, he's extra.
I get it.
Right. So who I'm gonna bring up is the person who I go to. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. Like a year and a half, 2 years ago, I was wholesaling to this guy out of state, wholesaling my beard products, and he used to buy like $1,000 to $2,000 worth of wholesale stuff every month. And I'm like, damn, he moving more product than me. So this guy literally took my entire business and duplicated it. He had a website built that literally duplicated and mirrored mine. So it was drawing people who he was selling to and people on the internet to his site. So I was essentially losing money, but he was buying the products from me and reselling them for like triple the price. So I didn't know what to do. He was too far away. He was out of town. I'm like, how am I supposed to make him stop? So I had to call Greg, and immediately we got the cease and desist order for him to stop, because I could have lost my business because I was not structured properly. I didn't have my LLC in order. I didn't have a trademark. I didn't have anything except for my products and some labels. That didn't mean it was mine. And I could have lost it if I would have took the proper steps and I was structured properly. That would have never happened. So I quickly called Greg, and we executed quick and got him to, and it just scared somebody to know that I had a lawyer behind me. He sent the right paperwork to him, and it was like, what, 72 hours? It was done? Like literally 48 to 72 hours, his whole company had to shut down, and I redid a wholesale vendor thing for him and switched from wholesale to private label. And he helped me make sure my contracts were structured properly so that I didn't lose my entity and I didn't lose any more money or my business. Yeah.
You cutting into my time? You cutting into my time?
Somebody put on a timer for him? Okay? Okay, so here go what he want me to say, because he extra, but he deserves it. It says, I have many titles. Here are a few. He is a lawyer, right? He's an ESQ, fashion icon. Let me add that in there. He does contracts, litigations, business, entrepreneurship, real estate, succession, estate planning, bankruptcy, tax, criminal, white collar crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep you in the book. Risk management, compliance, finance, capital raising. He's a licensed state real estate broker. You are?
Huh?
Yeah. And title agent. Lean Six Sigma black belt. You cannot fight. Stop. Cut it out.
That's not what that means.
Certified investment and financial analyst. Ordained minister.
If you want to get married, holla at me. I got you on that shit.
Oh, okay. No. We go for divorces over here. Ordained minister, matrimonial services, author, certified business and life coach. So his name, change my name in your phone, please, because that ain't my name. Thank you. His name is Greg Salmon. You can catch him on Facebook, always giving out business tips. He long-winded, so I want y'all to set y'all timers for 20 minutes. And when the 20 minutes is up, I want y'all to do a cut. He's still going to talk, but listen to him because he does have a lot of knowledge, and he will, he can assist you into structuring your business properly, because there are some laws that we don't know as business owners. There are some things that we miss that people can underline and take our business from us. So I want to make sure that everybody in here first is structured properly before we go marketing and branding and doing all this stuff and wasting money on products. You want to make sure that you're structured properly, okay? So I'm gonna give the floor to him. I'm gonna pray for y'all. I'm gonna sit back and drink my
Pray
juice.
for him.
Pray.
Pray for him.
So this is Greg Stallman, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know we want y'all to start marketing.
It's all good. It's all good. All right. Listen. This is what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to pull out your pen and paper, right? Because I got a lot of ground I want to cover, and I want to make sure you get it. Hold your questions till the end, because it's a lot of stuff. Just write your question in the corner so you don't forget it. All right? Before I start, this is what I want to say. I want everybody to put their hand on their heart. I want everybody to put their hand on their heart, and I want you to repeat after me. I want everybody to put their hand on their heart. Repeat after me. All right? It is my sworn duty.
It is my sworn duty
to break generational curses.
to break generational curses
For myself and my family.
for myself and my family.
I will break generational curses
I will break generational curses
and restore financial peace
and restore financial peace
and prosperity
and prosperity
to my life
to my life
and generations to come.
and generations to come.
All right? Y'all swore that to yourselves. Y'all swore that to yourselves. You swore that to your family. So right now, what I'm going to give to you is going to give you the tools that you need to be able to do that. I had you swear it, so now I'm going to help you do it. Okay? All right. First things first. Now, I know everybody in here, they know I'm a lawyer. Everybody's heard, like, all right, he talks about LLCs, no DBAs. All right, so I'm just going to run through that real fast so we can get to the good stuff. All right? So, DBAs are BAD. All right? DBAs are bad. I'm going to tell you real quick why. Okay? So, the whole purpose of being in business is to protect yourself and protect your things. It's the whole purpose of being in business. Being in business, you are in business for your customer. You are not in business for yourself. So you need to make sure that when you are in business, you're protecting yourself, because people want your pockets. People want your pockets. Okay? So when you're thinking about naming your business, so many people want to name their business after themselves. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right? You want to make it very difficult if someone wants to sue you to have to find you. So you're going to need to structure your business in a proper way. All right? So you're going to need to get someone like an attorney, someone like myself or what have you, who's going to act as a registered agent. Write it down. Registered agent. Write it down. Registered agent. What is that? I'm going to tell you straight up too. Stop Googling stuff. It's incomplete. Don't Google it. I'm just going to give you the answers right now because I don't want you to Google it. A registered agent is someone who acts as a buffer between you and the rest of the world. They act as a buffer between you and the rest of the world. What that means is, if anyone wants to sue you, anyone wants to give you important documents, anything of that nature, a registered agent will receive it on your behalf, and then they will turn it over to you. What that does is it protects you from the outside world. Why? Because everybody wants those pockets. Okay? We clear on that?
Yes.
If you have a DBA, you won't have a registered agent. If you have a DBA, you cannot protect yourself with what we call a limited liability company. LLC, limited liability company. That's what it stands for. What a limited liability company does is it stands in and it protects you so that the outside world cannot tap those pockets. All right, that's the real simple, quick and dirty on it. Okay? We clear on that? All right, cool. All right, now, don't skip steps. When in business, do not skip steps. There is a roadmap, and you guys have to understand something. We live in America. America is designed as a system. You cannot finesse the system. You cannot skip steps in the system. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to follow the system. You have to. There is no skipping. There is no finessing. You can't scam your way through the system. You're going to go to jail, or you're going to end up broke, neither of which anyone in here wants, 'cause I'm pretty sure that's why you came to the brunch today. Right? Okay. You can't finesse the system. So listen up. When you are structuring your business, you need to have your paperwork in order. All right? So you're going to need, if you have an LLC, who has an operating agreement? I've seen a bunch of people who hold their hands up that they had LLCs, but who got an operating agreement? Yeah, and it has all the terms in it that you need to have. If I did your LLC, you definitely do. But if you don't, you need to review your operating agreement and make sure that your operating agreement has everything that it needs to have in there. Voting rights, your initial contribution, capital contribution. Write these down. I'm telling you all, write this down. You're going to notice. If you have a DBA and you say, oh, I got an EIN number. Who got an EIN number? Whole bunch of people got EINs. More hands up with an EIN than I've seen with an LLC. If you have an EIN, it means absolutely nothing if you have a DBA. It means absolutely nothing. You can only get one EIN if you had 10 DBAs. You can only get one EIN. An EIN number is an employer ID number. It's like the social security number of a business. And it's so critical and important that you have a number like this because you can build business credit with an EIN. But you cannot do that if you don't have a properly structured business. Proper structure. You need to have a business email. Write it down. Business email. Business email. Business phone number. Write it down. Business phone number. Here's a critical one. A business address. Write it down. Business address. This is so critical. You gotta have this. Your business address cannot be your home address. It cannot be your home address. If your business address is your home address, you need to get a virtual address. A virtual address. Your business phone number should not be your personal cell phone. Creditors, again, this is a system, creditors are going to call. You pick up the phone and they hear your baby in the background, it's going to be a bad look for you. I'm telling you straight up. I'm telling you straight up. You need to have a separate phone number. You need to have a distinction between yourself and your business. You are not your business. Your business is not you. You might work for your business, but if you work for your business, how many people with LLCs that work for their business, how many people got themselves on payroll? On payroll, meaning you use a payroll processor. On payroll, you use a payroll processor. You run payroll every week, every month. I'm not seeing a whole lot of hands. That's okay. Put yourself on payroll. We're going to talk about that. All right, real quick, I'm about to just drop a whole bunch of just gems until Mo tell me to shut up, okay? All right. There's 4 different types of customers. Write this down. There's 4 different types of customers. Affluent, discerning, cheap. Yup, you heard that right. Cheap and complaining.
What was the first one?
Affluent, discerning, cheap, and complaining. Affluent. Money ain't a thing. That's what affluent means. Money ain't a thing. Just write that down. Money ain't a thing. These are the people that come to you. They're going to spend money. It don't matter what you say your price is. They're going to pay you that. They're going to tip you. You love them. Everybody wants them. Yeah, you got to create a marketing plan to make sure you get them. All right? Discerning. Ask a lot of questions.
Women.
They ask a lot of questions. A whole lot of questions. This is why understanding the type of customer you have in front of you is so important, because then you need to qualify that customer, because do you have the time to sit there and answer all those questions? You got the time? I don't know. I don't got the time. All right? So you need to figure out what to do with those kind of customers. These are discerning customers. They ask a whole lot of questions. Now, this is the really cool thing about discerning customers, though. Once you get them, Those are customers for life, unless you do something to mess that relationship up.
That's right.
All right? Then you got cheap customers. I don't know why in the world anybody would want one, but they do exist. Right? These are people that no matter what your value is, no matter what you have to offer, they want it for as close to zero as possible. It don't matter what your price is. You got to get rid of them. Send them on their way. Send them on their way. Quick, fast, and hurry. Send them on their way. And then you got complaining customers. These are the people that wake up and they ready to complain. They complain for the sake of complaining. They eat, sleep, and breathe complaints. There's nothing you can do about that. Get rid of them. Quick, fast, and hurry. Get rid of them. Don't entertain them. All right, we cool on the 4 different types of customers? All right, 8 streams of income. 8 streams of income. How many people know what's 8 streams of income? A couple people? All right, y'all know what all 8 streams are? No. Y'all got all 8 streams? Y'all know how to do it? All right, 8 streams. Let's go. Earned income. Number 1, earned income. Earned income. The reason I'm telling you this right here, right, is because as entrepreneurs, it is super important to understand that you need to have multiple streams of income if you're going to break generational curses. Right. You got to have multiple streams. You can't have just one business, just one stream. Because if your business is cyclical, meaning there's ups and down periods, right, them pockets going to be up and down. And that's going to be stress. Then you're going to think you're going to need therapy. All right? So you need multiple streams of income, so you don't need therapy. All right, earned income. This money that you get from a job. Next, profit income. This is money that you make from owning a business. Profit income. And this is the thing too, if you got questions, write them down in the corner. We can address those questions in a little bit. I'm just trying to get through as much as I can for you. Next, capital gains. This is money you get from your sale of an asset. Capital gains. Next, dividend income. Dividend income. This is money you get from your sale of a dividend stock. Not all stocks pay dividends. But the stocks that do pay dividends, this is money that you're going to get from that. Next, interest income. This is money that you make from your lending activity. When you lend money out, you get interest on your money. And hopefully if you do it right, not only will you get interest on your money, but you get your money back too. Where we at? How many is that?
Don't get thirsty now.
How many is that? Where we at?
6.
Huh? 5? All right. Royalty income. Royalty income. This is money that you make from your ownership right in something. Money you make from your ownership right in something. So for example, I've written 3 books. Every time I sell a book on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, right, they send me a royalty check. I get a royalty check every month. I wrote 3 books, I get a royalty check every month. Every time I sell a book. Every time. Right? That's royalty income. Next. Rental income. Rental income. This is money that you make, obviously, from your renting out of something that you own or control. Own or control. Own or control. I had to say that 3 times for emphasis. You can own the property or you can control the property. As long as you have a way of owning it or controlling it, you can get rental income from it. You can rent out anything. Your clothes, your house, your car. Anything that you own or control, you can rent it out. It's money all around us, everywhere. It's money right here. You just got to figure out a way to monetize your genius. And that's why I'm here right now. How many is that?
7.
Huh?
7.
That's 7? Yes. All right, the last one. My personal favorite. Residual income. I know y'all hear this all the time. Residual income. Every time I talk to people, oh, I'm trying to get residual income. I want residual income. What is residual income? It is the continuous payment that you receive after the completion of just one business transaction. The continuous payment that you receive after the completion of just one business transaction. People in here familiar with Netflix?
Yes.
Netflix? Right? So you sign up for Netflix once, you pay Netflix every single month, right? So you signed up once, that's the one transaction. You continue to pay them every single month, right? That's their residual income. Now, there's two types of residual incomes though. And this is what people need to understand, because this is where people go wrong a lot. You got passive income and you got active income. Passive income and active income. Passive means you do absolutely nothing and money just comes to you. Absolutely nothing and money just comes to you. It's the hardest income to get. And then you got active income. That's Netflix. They got to continue to put up content month after month, day after day, week after week, or what you going to do? You're going to cancel that subscription. Active income. Active residual income is cool. That's subscription income, right? But passive income would be like car insurance. You got to pay your car insurance because it's the law. But then the minute you get a claim, they got to whip into action. They got to do something, right? But that's probably the closest you're going to get to about passive income. So if you're sitting here and you're like, I'm going to create a system, then I'm about to just go lounge on the beach, you're going to be hit. The pocket's going to be hit. It's going to be hurt. It's going to hurt. All right? So let's commit ourselves to making sure that we're doing the actions necessary so that we can get this income continuing to generate. Cool? All right. Next. There's 4 phases of the financial spectrum for adults. It's 4 phases. It's important that you know as an entrepreneur where you are in these phases so you know how to get to the next step. There's 4 phases. Y'all ready? The first one, financial insecurity. Financial insecurity. No matter how many streams of income you have, you don't make enough money to pay your bills. Everybody heard robbing Peter to pay Paul? Right? That's financial insecurity. It's the wackest place to be. Next, financial security. Financial security. It's just one notch better. It ain't that much better, but it's one notch better. Right? And this is, no matter how many streams of income you have, you just make enough money to pay your bills. How many people heard living check to check, paycheck to paycheck? Right? That's financial security. Next, this is where most people, if they just ever so lucky and gracious, they can end up in this spot right here. It's called financial independence. Financial independence. This is where you hear people say, my money's working for me. They can start saving for retirement. They can go to brunch. They can go out with their friends. They can save a little. They can probably invest in some crypto, you know, financial independence. And then there is the most difficult of them all, financial freedom. People hear this all the time. We sling this word around like we sling around the word love. But what does it really mean? Financial freedom. This is having more money today than you will ever need for the rest of your life. More money today, right here where we stand, than you will ever need for the rest of your life. That number is different for everybody. Real quick, I'm going to tell you how to get to that number, because everybody got a number. How many people know their own number? How many people know their number? You know your number? What's your number?
24 million.
24 million. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. 24 million. All right, this is how you get to your number. You got to take your financial independence number, which I'm about to help you with right now, your financial independence number, and then you got to multiply that by 100 minus your current age. So you're going to take 100 And then you're going to subtract it from your current age. So if you're 30 years old, 100 minus 30 is 70. Right? And so you got to take your financial independence number. What that number is, that's the number where it's like, if I make this number every single year, I'm comfortable. I'm beyond comfortable. I got everything I ever want. My kids in college, they good. I'm good. I got a butler. I got a maid. I got a driver.
There you go.
Somebody to feed me grapes.
Hey.
Right? Whatever that number is for you. So let's just say hypothetically it's 300,000. Right? Let's say hypothetically it's 300,000. $300,000 a year times 70 years. That's 21 million. It's close to that 24 million number you got going on right there. Right? It's 21 million. Now, somebody in here is smart. They might say, well, I know people that got more than 20 million, they ain't broke. So how in the world could $20 million be enough to be like, I'm financially free forever? It's because they had something going on called lifestyle creep. Write it down. Lifestyle creep.
Lifestyle what?
Lifestyle creep. Lifestyle creep. You know what that is?
A change in your
I'm about to tell you. So you start getting jiggy, life is nice, everything is good, you dressing nice, you feeling good, and you start to live above your means. You start to live, you got 20 million today, so you live like you got 20 million today and not like you gotta live $300,000 a year. It's only gonna take so many PJ flights before you like, oh man, I gotta work again. PJ, private jet. Right? Lifestyle creep. So to do that, you have to make sure that you are living within your means. And if you find yourself experiencing lifestyle creep, then there's two things you can do. You can live below your means, which I personally hate, or you can make more money, which I personally love. We clear? We clear? Everybody clear on lifestyle creep?
Yeah.
All right. Real quick. Business credit, business funding. This is so important. This is so crucial. And so many people ask me about it. So I figure I'll just drop these gems real quick. Business credit, business funding. You cannot get business credit without a business. You cannot get business credit with a DBA. You must have an LLC or corporation.
Repeat that. Repeat that.
I got you. You cannot build business credit with a DBA. You must have an LLC or corporation. Now, when it comes to building business credit, you can do it one of two ways. You can build it off the EIN number, or you can cheat a little bit. You can cheat a little bit. You can start and move to tier 3 if you got good personal credit. Now, this is the thing about personal credit. If you cheat and you got good personal credit, say a 680 or better, you're going to have to PG. Write it down, PG. That's personally guaranteed. You're going to have to personally guarantee. Now, what does that really mean? Personally guaranteed means this. If you default on the payments, you promise and swear that you will repay the money, because when you have a business, if the business ever fails, the business failed.
Right.
I did it.
I know that's right.
That's why it's so important to have an LLC or a corporation. If the business go bankrupt, I did it.
Like Donald Trump.
If the business went under, I did it. The creditor's going to have to go after the business. Not after me personally. Don't tap my pockets.
Yeah.
But if you PG, they coming after you. And it's going to end up on your personal credit. Now, this is what's really cool about business credit and business funding, though. This is what's really cool. You can max out your business credit. You can max it out. Whatever funding you have, you can max it out. And it's not going to affect you personally. it's not going to affect your personal credit. I got multiple lines of credit. Multiple in my law firm name. Range Rover in my law firm name. None of it touches my personal credit. I got stellar personal credit. It's all in my business name. 2 lofts in my business name. This real talk. In my business name. It doesn't affect me personally. This is where you want to get. This is where you want to mature to in business. The whole point of this and breaking generational curses is to mature to this place. And that requires, say it with me now, mindset.
Mindset.
Say it again, mindset.
Mindset.
Say it again, mindset.
Mindset.
Mindset. Understanding the mindset understands this too. When it comes to personal and professional development, you can't be cheap.
Okay, then.
When it comes to personal and professional development, you can't be cheap. You must invest in yourself. To have the right mindset means you have to understand the way certain things work. Again, this is a system. And this system, because we're in America, is designed by, say it with me now, taxes. Say it with me, taxes. Taxes. Okay? You have to understand, when you're in business, all America cares about is are you paying your taxes?
Yep.
Okay? Are you paying your taxes? Now, you can pay your taxes a few ways. If you got a DBA, you're going to pay what they call both sides of taxes. That is employer taxes and employee taxes. It's very expensive. I almost wanted to cry because I had a DBA before.
Oh, that was just your time.
Hmm?
That was your time.
My time is up.
I said, don't.
Oh, nah, hold on. All right.
I want to
I wanted to cry. Okay? Now, when you get an LLC, you got a couple options. LLC, write this down. LLC, pass through. Pass through. What this means is when the business makes money, it passes directly through the business and is automatically attributed to you, the member of the business. Automatically. It comes straight to you, the member of the business. The LLC itself does not have income. Unless we structure this business and we fill out IRS form 2553. Man, I'm giving y'all these gems, my God. IRS form 2553. This is so that you can be taxed as a small business corporation, an S Corp. Say it with me, S Corp.
S Corp.
What this means, man, they gave me this gems. S Corp. What this means is that the business will receive income, and then you decide, because you're the entrepreneur, what your salary will be. Now, as long as the salary is reasonable, you decide what that is. You, your accountants, your lawyers, decide what that is. As long as the salary is reasonable, any money left in the business is called retained earnings. Retained earnings. Now, you need to have 5 different bank accounts once you mature. 5 different bank accounts. These are the type of bank accounts you want to have right here. Y'all ready? 5 bank accounts. Y'all ready? You want to have a bank account for operations? This is money in, money out. Operations? You want to have a bank account for payroll? Just pay yourself and pay your payroll taxes. You want to have a bank account for brokerage. Brokerage. What this is when you get retained earnings, you want to set aside a portion of your retained earnings to actually invest. Invest, like in the stocks. You want to have an actual account for retained earnings because you want to make sure your books look healthy. because when your books look healthy, banks want to lend you money. And then you want to have an account for taxes. Not your personal taxes. These would be like business taxes, sales tax, things of that nature. We clear on that? Now along these lines, write this down, keep writing. You need to understand that there are financial statements. As a business owner, there are financial statements that you need to be aware of. And the person that helps you do your taxes, a CPA, write that down, CPA, that's a certified public accountant, not the cool person that fold their arms like this on a billboard and file your taxes. Not them. Not them. The people that stand there looking cool with their arms folded filing their taxes, they're going to swindle you. Not them. They don't know what they're talking about. Not them. A CPA. Right? You need to know. Balance sheet. Write it down. Balance sheet. P&L, profit and loss. Income statement. Statement of cash flows. This is the most important one. I'm going to spend a second on this right here. This is the most important one. Statement of cash flow. That's money in and money out. How quickly does money come in and how quickly does money go out? This is so important because just like the way blood flows through our bodies, through our heart pumping it, right? You need cash flow in your business or your business is going to die. There are people who have high value products that they can sell at high values. But because sales are so few and far between, they can't make any money, they have no cash flow, they die. This happens to high-end cars all the time. That's why they only put out one car every 15 years. They can sell a car for 20 mil, but they only gonna sell one car for 20 mil. So you gotta understand this. Cash flows. And then finally, an owner's equity statement. Owner's equity statement. An owner's equity statement, all right, write this down. A equals L plus OE. A equals L plus OE. That means assets equals liabilities plus owner's equity. You need to understand this because when you're growing in business, you need to understand that you need to be buying assets with your business, not liabilities. Not liabilities. That truck outside is an asset. Why? Because I make money from it. Now you might say, well, how do you make money from it? I'm going to tell you how I make money from that truck. I'll tell you full transparency. The truck payment outside, $769 a month. $769 a month. Right? How many months in a year? 12. Right? It's on a lease for 3 years. That's 36. Right? Now, I found over 36 people who are willing to pay me $769 to learn how I got that truck in my business name. I ain't paid a dime for that truck. He preaching. He preaching. Y'all understand?
Yes.
It's ways to make money around us everywhere. You all have value. Say it. I have value.
I have value.
I will sell on value,
I will sell on value.
and not on price.
And not on price.
I will sell on value
I will sell on value.
and not on price.
And not on price.
Get a Shakita face. Get a Shakita face and do it. Get a Shakita face and do that.
I know. I got you. I got it.
Go.
Y'all want want some more? Y'all want me to stop?
No, keep going.
We don't know this.
Whatever you got.
You know what? Teach the class.
All right, I'm gonna give y'all one more, then I'm gonna stop because I know everybody else gotta present. I don't want to be unfair like that.
Not you.
Make sure in business you have 3 types of products, minimum. 3 types of products, minimum. 3 types of products. A low value product, a moderate value product, and a high value product. Low value, moderate value, high value. Now this is the whole point of this. The whole point of having these 3 types of products is this. As your customer matures with your business, you want to mature them through the process such that they are spending money on your low value product, then to your moderate value product, then to your high value product. And anybody can have this. Whether you cut hair, do hair, sell bundles, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. Low value, moderate value, high value product. All right? Make sure you do some market research to find your ideal target customer. Write that down. Ideal target customer. You need to have your ideal target customer. Everybody got these cell phones on them?
Yes.
Huh? You got your cell phones on them? Mm-hmm. All right, this is what I want you to do. Pull your cell phone out. Pull your cell phone out. I want you to go to Gregory Salmon. That's GregorySalmon.com. GregorySalmon.com. When you get there, put your hand up. When you get there, put your hand up. GregorySalmon.com. When you get there, put your hand up. Now, in the right-hand corner is 3 lines. I want you to click the 3 lines and click on Get Started. Click the 3 lines and click on Get Started. When you're there, put your hand up. When you're there, put your hand up. Click the 3 lines, then click Get Started. When you're there, put your hand up. All right, now listen to me. The page you are on right now, you need to bookmark this, save this, screenshot it, do whatever you need to do, right? This page right here, it gives you the entire process in chronological order so that you can make at least 6 figures as a business owner. At least, minimum, at least. At least. Now, she didn't know I was about to do this, but I'm about to do it to her real quick.
Who?
She didn't know I was about to do this, but I'm about to do it real quick.
Ain't nobody else asking who. That's fine.
My firm is the only firm in Rochester. How do I know? Because I know. It's the only firm in Rochester where we can build your business credit for you and get you business funding. How fast you? This is my mom right here.
Oh,
Mom, when did you get your LLC?
I got my LLC in August of this year.
In August of this year.
Yes.
You generate much money with that LLC since August of this year?
Not a lot of money, no.
Not a whole lot of money, right?
No.
Now I submitted you for business funding. How much money you got?
$10,000.
How much?
$10,000.
How much?
$10,000
How fast? How fast?
in a day.
Oh, no. Okay. You said
In a day?
You said get started.
In a day? Y'all heard that? In a day?
I heard it.
She didn't know I was gonna ask that. In a day? 10,000 in 1 day. I got another client, 10,000 in 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's real talk. Right? Now y'all have to understand something. That's just round 1 funding. She looking at up to 150,000. Everybody, up to 150,000 unsecured. Unsecured. It can go higher than that if you're willing to secure. If you're willing to PG, it can go much higher than that. For unsecured, 150,000.
Per LLC?
I'm sorry?
Per LLC, correct?
You must have an LLC or a corporation. You must have an LLC or corporation. Cannot have a DBA. All right? If y'all want to learn more, I got a little something back there. I'm gonna shut up now so that the ladies can have it. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ramela Cameron. I am the CEO and founder of Conversus Business Solutions. We are a full-service administrative support and consultancy firm that provides virtual assistant services and business support to entrepreneurs and small business owners, up to medium-sized companies. I started my business 6 years ago. I was working for a bank just out of college, and 30 days into my assignment, per se, I was told that I was doing an amazing job, but this position was temporary. I'm like, oh, but we're gonna keep you for another 6 months because you're doing an amazing job. I was like doing administrative services. I was helping with the underwriters, the processors, and helping those mortgages get to the closing. It was very repetitive and a little boring. So what I did was I did some research and said, you know what, I need to find something that's going to allow me to have some flexibility for, so I can be around my kids. My son at the time was always in trouble with school. I had to leave work in the middle of the day, so I needed something that was flexible. And I stumbled upon the virtual assistant industry. And all the research I've done, I learned that it was a $5 billion industry. I was like, okay, cool. How do I get started? I'm already qualified. I had over 15 years experience in administrative support. And if this bank is dealing with the overwhelm and they need the help, I'm sure there's other businesses out there that need the help as well. And that's how I got started. I'm not gonna lie, the first year or two of me starting my business, I got comfortable the first year. Like, oh, I made some money. I sat down. I wasn't doing the things I needed to do. And she's gonna share the marketing part later. But going into the virtual assistant services, we help you with your business plans. We help you with putting proposals together if you're looking to do that. We help with your funnels, your automations. Honestly, there's not one set thing that we do. If you have a need in your business, we pretty much will help you bridge the gaps in your business. So I want to get into the business plan. And that is very important. How many of you have one? I know she asked before, but I want to see. Yeah, don't get caught up in people saying, oh, you can get a one-page business plan, something quick and easy, that you can find when you search on Google. Now, there's some organizations out there, and I don't discredit them, like the Small Business Administration, SCORE, I don't know if everybody does it, but they will help you with your business plan if you don't have the funds to get started. I did it myself, but what I've learned is they only provide you with a template. And at the end of the day, you're still doing the market research, you're still writing the content for that, so how much help are you really getting? And we are hands-on with our business plans. We actually provide business strategy sessions and help you strategically plan it out so that you're actually successful. How many people heard of Lashed Out Studio? Lashed Out Studio.
Yes.
Yeah. That they were grind artists. They started off with a small space somewhere off of the road, and she grew. She came to me. I don't know how she found me. She found me. So I did a lot of marketing. But she found me and was like, hey, I need help putting the business plan together because I'm looking to expand and get a bigger space for my lash company. I was like, absolutely. So now she's making over 100, because she's in the 6 figures, just put it that way. And she's doing her thing. And I love to see my clients succeed. I want you to succeed more than I succeed, because when you're winning, I'm winning with you. And we helped a lot of other businesses as well, not with just the business planning, but helping them get organized. Your business foundation is extremely important, not just when it comes to the business plan and the legal aspect of it and the accounting aspect. That's definitely important, but a lot of people forget, okay, what's my business foundation? What are the systems I'm using? What procedures and processes do I have in place so that my business is running efficiently? You don't want to be spending too much time on the back end of your business because you want to focus on the higher level gains and you want to focus on making money. And sometimes we put aside, oh, I should have sent that email out to my clientele. Oh, shoot, I forgot to post on social media. You forget a lot of things fall through the crack when you don't have that team. I heard you earlier said that you have your teams in place, but I'm sure there's still some things. There's some things that you need to probably put together. Yeah, which is fine. Another client we worked with, she's a real estate agent. She had, I think it was her and another agent on her team. It wasn't really a team, it's just a partnership. Team is 3 or more. She was like, a team is 3 or more. I'm just gonna put that out there. She was like, man, I want to grow my real estate business. I want to grow a team and I want to start making some money. But I don't have my systems in place. I don't know the procedures. You should be able, as a business owner, have like some kind of binder or system or however you keep your documents in place. You should be able to provide that to your team members so they can follow it to the T and execute as you do so that you're successful. Because you don't want, you lose money when you're sitting here trying to show someone over and over and train them how to do something. If you have it documented properly, here you go. These are the steps that you need to take for okay? So with this real estate agent, I was like, well, let's take a step back. Let's strategically plan this out. What are you doing first and foremost when you're meeting a buyer? What are the steps that you're taking right after? Like, I need to know that. Let's write this down. What are you doing after that phone call? What are you doing after that showing? What are you doing when it's time for you to write offers? What is your process all the way to the point where you're sitting at that closing table and your check is coming in 2 weeks? Now she has a team of 8. Funny thing is, I'm actually one of her team members. I got my real estate license as well because I was like, oh, I like this. She's making some money. And now she has a team of 8. And each person that's selling houses, she's getting that residual income that you've mentioned because she's the team lead. So she's getting paid after each member completes a transaction. All right, so pull out your business plan outlines, and then there's this page that says the business plan. So we're gonna get into the meat and the potatoes of what goes into each category. Can someone tell me what a business plan is?
I gotta get.
Don't try to hide, because I can see you. I don't know, I didn't see the folders.
The detailed structured plan for the overall scope of the business, financially, physically, everything. All the things.
It's pretty much everything that you are imagining your business to be written down in one document. And what I see it as is a living document. Just because you write a business plan today doesn't mean you can't go back and change it.
Right.
Right? Things change. Look at COVID happened. Right? We have to plan for things like that. That you can consider an act of God. A virus. We got shut down. What are you doing to pivot? What are you doing to make money there? We lost 100% of our clients during the pandemic. 100% of our business clients during the pandemic. And I'm still standing here today as a business owner. I was scared. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was either feast or famine. I gotta eat. I have 3 kids I have to take care of. I have bills. I have 2 rents. I got a car note. What are you doing to pivot? How are we planning that out? And fortunate for me, because I'm in the space of the virtual digital world, I've already been ready for this. I've already been servicing clients remotely. I've been working with people across the country from East Coast to West Coast. I've already had my systems. How many people heard of Zoom? I've already had Zoom. I've already had that set up. I was ready. I was able to partner with Pathstone. And right before the pandemic, I got my real estate license and my credit repair. I'm a credit repair specialist. I don't know what made me do it. I just knew I wanted to get into real estate. And I also knew that there's a lot of people who don't really know that they can actually qualify to get a home because no one's giving them the proper tools or the information so they can be successful. And I'm sure you understand that. You're a real estate agent, especially for our own people.
Real estate broker.
Okay, well, you get all the commission. That's my next goal. You can teach me a little thing. And I was like, you know what? There's a lot of people out here, not to veer off from the business planning, but I want to explain to you how I'm here now. There's a lot of people looking to get a home, but they don't know that there's grants out there to help them. They don't know the steps to take to help them get there. And a lot of times their personal credit is shot. Now, what made sense for me to get my credit repair certification was that I also had business clients come to me. Hey, I want to get a business loan. Well, how's your credit looking? Where are you at? Do you got your paperwork together? Do you have your financial statement together? Do you have your cash flow paperwork together? Like we help you organize all of this because we also provide bookkeeping services to entrepreneurs. Do you have your shit in order? A lot of us don't, and that's a problem. Let me help you get to where you need to be. So it made sense for me to be able to provide these services, and thank God for it. I was able to continue on through 2021. While doing that, I'm providing strategies to business owners. Here's some things you can do to pivot. What are you doing? Are you a barbershop? Are you selling products online? Because you're shut down right now. What are you doing? You selling products? Tell me. I want to hear from you guys. What kind of business industries are here in this room right now? You do what?
Spa.
You do, okay, spa. I know you have an event space. Is that anything else you do?
Rentals, decor, planning.
And that sucked for your business. You had to shut down completely because they was not allowing events to take place for more than...
Yeah, I had to shut down this far. It's somewhat because it's different streams of income within the business. I still was able to provide rentals for those who were still having events.
Yeah. Come on, let me hear from other people. What industry are you in? What did you do to pivot during...
I'm a makeup artist, but I became a bridal floral designer in the midst of the pandemic, so I was able to do that.
Nice. Nice.
I actually have an event space now as well.
Nice. But you pivoted. You had to do something, right? Or you already had it before the pandemic?
It was like a blessing.
Okay. And some people might say the pandemic was a blessing in disguise.
Yes, it was.
That was giving up a lot of money. Hope y'all tapped into that.
No,
Oh, Lord.
but I saved a ton.
Thank God for the floods.
So going back to my question from before, what is a business plan? Well, again, it's a living document. It's a document. Every month I feel like you should be visiting that business plan. I just did a business plan workshop in my Reset Your Business Plan and Mindset workshop last month. Because now you want to prepare for 2022. How many people actually took the time to start planning for 2022?
Y'all got a 12-month planner inside of your things too.
So wait, did I just see our hands?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Wait, you ain't.
I see.
They writers, what is, I plan here, like I'm not a person that I write
Speaking
down.
into a,
Yeah,
speak
I
it up.
speak it.
Yeah.
So,
But you're gonna forget something, so you have to visually write it down so that you don't miss.
You know what? Here's a solution to that problem. Google Docs.
I got that.
You can dictate your business plan.
Okay.
You can dictate your
I just
business
need to
plan.
write more, that's one of my biggest.
Try to embrace the tools that's out there. Google, that's free.
What you said about?
Google Docs. You can dictate you can transcribe your documents. Anything you want to do, you can just speak into it. So if you don't feel like writing, you can speak into it. I believe you all should be taking at least 2 hours. 2 hours to look at your current business plan. And if you don't have one, start thinking about how you're going to put that together. So when it comes to your business plans, first, most important thing is description of your business. Are you able to give me a description of your business where I'm understanding what are you doing? In the business plan, can you explain how are you going to make money? How are you going to get in front of your clients? He mentioned earlier target marketing. That's definitely important. I know that's more your thing, but it's in here. What business am I in? When you're answering that question, you need to include products, market, and your services, and thoroughly describe it. What makes your business unique? What's separating you from your competition? I don't believe in competition. I actually believe in collaboration. I think that there's enough money that goes around in this world for all of us to eat. What are you doing to work with your competition? You know, what can we do to collaborate? What can we do to get this money?
What can we do, Raina?
What can we do right now?
We've been doing it since.
What can you be doing? Products and or services. Some people are product-based business. Some people are just providing services. I provide services. I do not provide products. I didn't want to get into all that. But when you try to describe the benefits of your goods or services from your customer's perspective, successful business owners know or at least have an idea of what their customers want or expect from them. Remember earlier he said that you don't run, you don't run your business, your customers do?
Right.
That's the truth. What are we in this, what they call it, cancel season now?
Yeah.
The cancel culture, they be quick to put you on blast on social media if you messed up. Oh man, I have ordered this wig off of Instagram. It didn't look nothing like the picture. Now here you go. Here they go with the comments. Now they're dragging you through the mud. What are you doing to contact that customer to try to make it right? The marketing plan. This ain't my thing, but this is her. Marketing plays a vital role in the success of your business. If you're not marketing, how do they know that you even exist? See, before the pandemic, I was able to go to networking events like these. I was able to just, hey, talk to my friends. Hey, what's up? This is what I got going on. Referrals, word of mouth. Now, it's all social media, digital marketing, all those things are important. You gotta have some kind of presence, social media, website, all that. How many of you have a website? How many of you have social media? Okay, we should have both. Definitely should have both. The key element of a successful marketing plan is to know your customers, their dislikes, their likes, and expectations. By identifying these factors, you can develop a marketing strategy that will allow you to arouse and fulfill their needs. Okay? You need to know how old your customers are, where they're living. You just need to know these things because you want to make sure you're marketing to the right people. Not everybody's your customer. Not everybody's your customer. We forget that. We just sit here, send an email blast out to just anybody and expect people to flock and come to us. That is not marketing. If you're marketing strategically, you should know. And how about this? This might be a little too complicated. I don't know if you're touching this. Have you ever heard of geofencing? You talking about that today? Yeah. Well, it's a little scary. I can literally tell you what my client or customer's job is, their age, and probably their income. And if you're geofencing correctly, you can, I'm not going to get into too much details, but you can literally have their cell phones pinged, and anyone else that's on that Wi-Fi all get pinged too. It's geofencing. That's a whole different topic, but it's marketing, and we're in the age where you should know how to do this.
Customer stalking.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
We gotta get in front of them. So while they're scrolling on social media, you're hoping your ads popping up to the right customer, not just any customer, the right customer.
Pixel, right?
Yep. Yeah. Competition. Again, I don't believe in competition. I believe in collaboration, but it is the way of life. We compete for jobs, promotions, scholarships in institutions of higher learning, and in sports. Nations compete for the consumer in the global marketplace, as do individual business owners. All right? I'm not going to read all this. Y'all have this. Take a look at it. Pricing and sales. How are you pricing your products and services? I want to hear from you guys. No serious question. How are you pricing your products and services?
So I was pricing too low. I found that I was having pity for the people around me, but I find that they'll go and buy bags, they'll go and buy shoes, they'll go and buy drugs, and now, yeah.
Drugs.
Yeah, because, you know, when you pull up and they say the eighth is $100, and you thinking in your head, shoot, I want it. They gonna get it. So I was pricing my stuff way too low. I was trying to satisfy other people, and like he said, the people who want your stuff for almost $0. That's why I've never asked for a discount when I shop with other people. I never do that because I know how that feels, right?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm the discount queen. I'm not gonna lie.
So
I'm not
can I
gonna lie.
get a
I ain't gonna lie. We go. This is my boyfriend. He owns Cup Rose Barbershop. He always tell me, "Yo, stop being cheap." I'm not cheap. I'm frugal. I like to spend my money.
Oh, the question. Okay. Sorry.
But what I've learned though, as a business owner, I'm taking money out of that person's mouth.
Yes.
I'm taking money out of their food out of their kids' mouth.
I know how expensive Kyron is.
Kyron, that's my boy though. We go back from elementary school, so you got me. You got me. I known him since he was little. We're practically family.
Yeah, but the quality of the people who I shop with, like I'm not asking Shakita how much each letter costs because I know I need it and I know I want it. I'm not asking for a discount because if I'm asking you for it, I can afford it. I'm gonna spend my money somewhere else anyway. When they probably gonna be late and misspell bill.
It makes the customer think that's what your value is.
Yes.
When you constantly cheapen, that's something that I learned when I first came into the business. I remember this lady that was in my business. I was doing $25 waxes, killing the game, messing it all the way up. And then she wrote it down like, I ain't giving this $25 wax on the Monday, on the Tuesday, on the Wednesday. And at first I was real offended, like, what are you talking about? We use the same product, whatever. But now I understand because they don't value you when it's $25. It's like, let me go over there because it's $25 and it's cheap. Regardless of how good you do, all they thinking about is the price. So you keep your prices what it is. And even with my pricing, Monique used to help me with it. I used to be like, let me do it $10, $15. No, this is the cost. So you gotta double. You gotta make what you put in back on top of what's
And going off that, think about that. What kind of clientele are you attracting if I'm only doing $25 services? You tell me how you raise your prices up in the barbershop. Tell me. I'm putting everybody in the spot today. You raised those prices up, didn't you?
Yeah, I raised the prices up.
Yeah?
So my prices in my area, I'm on Portland. Most of the shops in my neighborhood, they charge like $15, $20 for a cut. I'm at 35, 40 for a cut.
I'm raising my prices.
But what kind of clientele are you attracting now that you paint that you charge $35? The ones that you want.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
ones who understand that quality.
Appreciate my time, appreciate the service that I give to them, and just the experience that I have. I've had 18 years of cutting hair. I was a barber instructor. I helped open up the
Pioneered the barbering school.
I was, I travel around the country and do hair shows all over the place. So, like, don't give me $20.
And honestly, he should go up higher than that. Like, I ain't gonna tell me how to run his business. Pricing is important. What kind of clientele are you inviting?
I know a lot of people used to.
Oh, sorry.
I know I'm recording right now, but I really got a question. To the point Monique was saying in regards to paying for quality, how do you consistently attract those type of customers? Because she understands, she's saying, as far as it being expensive, but she know what she's going to get, and she can sleep well knowing when she get her product back, it's going to be beyond her expectation. Right. So how do you consistently, or that show?
Don't give out discounts.
I was gonna say what was dope about what Greg said is have those 3 price points. And so you have, the low end, the moderate, and then the high value. You know what I'm saying?
If I could chime in real quick,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna just answer your question.
Yes,
right?
sir.
You need to do market research.
That was nasty.
Okay? Whenever, if you're a client of mine, right, we go through 45 questions, right? And we need to answer 45 questions. You touched on it just a moment ago. Knowing how much someone makes is very important. Their race, their gender, their political affiliation. right? What do they like to do for fun? What's important to them, right? What kind of goals do they have? What are their top 3 financial problems? What are their top 3 financial goals, right? These are the things you have to get into the psychology of your ideal target customer. If you don't know them psychologically, you're not going to be able to effectively communicate with them. See, you get the type of ideal customer you want because you can communicate with them. I did 100 LLCs in 100 days just to see kind of what I could do, right? And I chose an ideal target customer. We did like 300 LLCs in 100 days. But that's because I understood how to communicate with my ideal target customer. I didn't try to go after everybody. I went after millennial and Generation Z women who make between $40,000 and $70,000 a year. They have between no kids and up to 3 kids. They don't have a man in the house. They are concerned with breaking generational curses, right? And these are women of color. Straight up. I know how to talk to them. I know how to talk to them. So it's easy. It's all volume at that point. I priced my price. This is how I came up with my price. Write this down. $274 a day. What is that? $274 a day. That's $100,000 a year. 274 times 365. That's $100,000 a year. So people ask me, they say, well, how much you charge for an LLC? I say $474. How did I come up with that price? $200 going automatically to the state.
Yep.
And you're not going to get more than I did. So then I just tack on $274 from there. If I do 365 LLCs, which of course I've done, right? I made $100,000 off of just filing LLCs. That's it, just filing LLCs. Virtual. Over the phone. I ain't meet a single person in person. Right? That's no overhead. That's $100K to the bank. Y'all have to understand that, right? And so once you understand who your customer is, you can communicate with that customer. And once you communicate with that customer, you draw them in with a low value product, a moderate value product, and a high value product. And you move them through that funnel.
Okay.
You clear on that?
I like that you said that. Think about this. Go into a dealership, right? You always see the most expensive car wrapped around a rope. Can't touch it, the door is locked. But they got all these cars up here. They know what they're doing. You can't afford that car. You probably can. I don't know your financial situation. But you're gonna get something off that lot because you're visualizing. They always have tiers. Here's a low-end product, medium, and your high-value products.
Now, does that come into where you said maturing as your client? You know what I'm saying? Because you said you are going to attract those cheap clients. You know what I'm saying?
I turn cheap clients away.
Yeah, so that
No, like
mature.
Just as your client matures?
No, like, yeah, basically. So, like, say
Your client should grow with you.
Right.
Your client should grow with you. This is why you have to have these tiers of products. Right? Low value, medium value, high value. Your client should move through their growth with you. If your client is not growing with you, they're going somewhere else.
and don't care.
And if they go somewhere else, that's it. It's going to be very difficult to get them back. Customer retention is so important. Understand this, write this down. Customer retention is so important. And the reason is because it costs more money to get a customer than it does to keep one. Think about how much money it costs to get a customer. All the marketing dollars that you're going to have to put into, right? If you're going to do social media, radio, TV, a billboard. Trust me, I do it all and it costs a lot of money. Right? Versus keeping one. I got quality assurance. They give you a call. Right? Hi, my name is so-and-so. And I just want to make sure you're happy with Greg.
Yeah.
Because if you're not, what can we do to make you happy? As long as within reason, we'll do it. Why? Because I save a lot more money by having you continue to shop with me than for me to have to go out and find somebody, attract them, make sure the price right, haggle with them, whatever, to bring them in. Does that make sense?
And word of mouth is powerful.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of sales, how many of you here understand what a sales pipeline is? Do you heard of funnel sales? Okay. Man, I wish I had a board, but I think of a funnel. It's open-ended, right? This is your pool. This is social media. This is website. This is door knocking. This is cold calls. This is cold emails. How are you talking to these clients? How are you getting to them?
So what's
They-
grasping their attention?
Right, hold on. Let me see the paper. Let me see the paper. I'm gonna try to draw this out. I know how you are with your notebooks.
Oh, this is my $1 million notebook.
Just give me a page.
Oh my
I love you. All right, I'm gonna draw this out because see, I'm a visual person.
I'm watching here.
This is your sales pipeline. This is your sales funnel.
This one on this page. Yep.
What page is that? Can you give me that?
I just gave it to them. I'm good.
What's that? Let me see. Is this the funnel for like your marketing though?
Yep. So they got 3
I'm talking
steps
about
to
sales.
create a
Talking
funnel.
about
Yep.
sales. Talking about sales. This is your prospecting stage. Write this down. Prospecting. Does anyone know what prospecting is? Say it again. Potential client? Yeah, prospecting is the activities you're doing to get in front of that client. So again, that's whether it's social media, it's direct mail, door knocking, cold calls, cold emails. What activities are you doing to prospect those clients? Your potential clients. Okay? The next stage is the contact. This is the actual, like, they probably booked a discovery call with you. They either got a free consultation, they walked into your door, or they gave you a call. That's the contact. Or it could be the email. You contacted them. All right?
One real quick point too. 7 points of contact. 7 contacts. 7, write this down.
Yep.
7 contacts, right? That's the average number of times you gotta touch somebody before they sell with you, before they buy with you.
Yeah.
7 times. 7 points of contact. Write that down. Sorry.
No, you're good, because I missed that, but you're right. I call it 32 touches a year. This is what we do in real estate. You get that first phone call or that lead that came through, they're looking on Zillow. Or it could have been someone looking online for a business plan or virtual assistant services, or I'm looking to hire an administrative assistant. They contacted me. They called my phone, or they went to my website. They scheduled a discovery call, and this is the third step. It's discovery. Now that you've contacted that client, what questions are you asking them to qualify them for your services or products? Mine is more services, so I might be, there's different steps for people that are selling products, because sometimes they can just go to your website, but there's more work that goes into that. But for me, I need to qualify my clients. How long have you been in business for? Because I'm not trying to deal with nobody that's being cheap. I don't got time for someone that's telling me, you know what, I can't come up with $200 for a strategy session. What? There's people doing strategy sessions for $1,000. There's people doing business plans for $10,000. But I also understand my market, and I'm not going to have anybody pay me $10,000. Might. But I have to be realistic at the same time. I'm in Rochester. Let's be real. Let's be real. A lot of people in Rochester are a little cheap. So the discovery, what kind of questions are you asking? For those that have spas, was it my 20 minutes? Wow, I never go over. All right, hold on. I'm going to speed this up. So you got the discovery. I'm going to fast forward this and I'll share it and you can send it to everybody here.
Okay.
I'll send it to you via email.
Because I got y'all information
Yes,
and I'm going
right.
target.
That last step down here, at the very tip right here, this is the actual transaction. This is you now making some money. So your customers, your prospects, your leads, they have to go through this funnel to get to that step. You need to understand what steps you're taking in your sales process, in your sales pipeline, to get to that customer. Let's get to the next one. Management. We can talk about advertising public relations with her. Management. Managing a business requires more than just a desire to be your own boss. It demands dedication, persistence, the ability to make decisions, and the ability to manage both employees and finances. What is your management plan? Okay? Financial management, budgeting, knowing how much money is going out and how much money is coming in. You want to be able to pay for your business bills, your operational expenses, and also be able to pay yourself. You can read that, all right? And going into the budget, you can see the list here. Your professional legal fees, your license, permits, equipment, insurance, supplies, advertising, promotions, salaries, wages, accounting, income, utilities, payroll expenses. You need to know what's in your budget. Have an operating budget. Okay? Any questions? All right. There's a business plan outline that I did provide. I usually charge people for this. I want it to be nice. Monique?
Yes.
I want it to be nice.
Right.
If you have any questions, I am doing free strategy sessions, free consultations, and I'm looking to give away one strategy session. What that is a 90-minute, laser-focused, one-on-one with me, where we're going through every detail that you can think of when it comes to your business plan and helping you walk away with a professional plan that's going to get you some money. Because if your plan is not getting you money, that plan is not right.
So how you gonna do that? Raffle?
Oh, she does not give it to me.
We can do it. We can do it.
Everybody does have a raffle ticket, right?
Yeah.
Right? So you got all the raffle tickets? We don't?
And I am doing 30-minute free consultations. You can meet me at the table over here and sign up. I'll be happy to talk with you. I meet virtually and I also meet in person. My office is downtown, actually right around the corner from here. I'm at Clinton Square. And speaking of that, I want to say this real quick. You mentioned a virtual office, right? I knew what that was 6 years ago because I knew I didn't have the money to have a business location, but I wanted to be able to have the perception of being a successful business owner because I manifest my life. Everything that I do, I believed it before I got to it. And I was like, you know what? I want to pick the most expensive building in Rochester because I want people to see that she's not playing. And I actually found a virtual office. And I started doing that. I didn't want to use my business, my personal home address because I'm an LLC. I needed a presence, where they have a front desk person to greet your clients. A dedicated phone number. I got my own phone number. I have all those things set up, and I can help you with those things if you don't have it. And I started doing that, and that virtual office gave me 5 days a month that I can use. So I was cramming people in once a week to come look at my office, yeah. But I moved up from that one office. Now I got me a window office. Rent ain't cheap, but I manifested it. And I strategically located myself center city because I knew when I got to get to my clients, they're like, 10, 15, 20 minutes away. If I have to drive to Penfield, if I have to drive to Greece or wherever, I'm centrally located. So make sure when you're planning your business, you are literally describing every little detail that you can think of when it comes to your business. And believe in what you're doing and what you're going to do and what you're looking to accomplish. And another thing that I will leave you guys with this, when you're planning your business, is your business helping the community or is it hurting the community? Make sure you're being conscientious. That's all I have to say.
So I don't have all the credentials and all that stuff that they came and gave you all this value. I'm literally like every single one of you guys. I come up. I'm a single mom. I built my business almost 5 years ago. I worked on my life since I was 14, but I was a stay-at-home mom for the very first time. So, dealing with the whole postpartum depression and all this other stuff, I started with essential oil blends to help him sleep, the baby sleep, help me sleep. And then I started to create products for the baby. And then once I started to share the products, now I was actually in Atlanta when I built the business. Born and raised in Rochester, I was just in Atlanta at the time. So for the first, I'll say 2 years, all I had to rely on literally was pictures and social media. I wasn't even really into videos and stuff like that. I've only really gotten personally social within this past year. And if y'all been following me, I don't know what happened, but I just bloomed into this. So everything that I'm just gonna present to you guys today is everything that I've learned. You know what I'm saying? By myself, I didn't have any resources. I didn't have like, you know, events like this and stuff like this to kind of help me along the way. So everything that I'm gonna tell you guys is pretty much what everybody already touched on. But first and foremost, like he said it quite a few times, you definitely want to build your ideal customer. Like that is gonna save you so much time and so much money and give you somewhat of a plan to know where to find people that you want to support your business. Now, marketing and branding for a lot of small businesses is very intimidating because a lot of times we automatically match ourselves up to the big marketing companies, and their budgets are ridiculous. Like they have people in one room, a whole marketing team, you know, with the amount of people that we have in here to come up with one campaign. You know what I'm saying? So marketing and branding definitely go hand in hand, but to break it down in its most simplest form, you want your current customers to recognize you wherever you are, and then you want the customers that don't know who you are to find you, and literally, like, you want to lead them to who you are and what you have to offer. So one of the first things that is very important is if you're a product, well, I'll say this, you want to simplify your online presence. So if you are on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all that stuff, I don't care if it's Cash App, you want your profile pictures to be uniform. You know what I'm saying? You want your profile pictures to be uniform. Even your social media taglines, like your at, you know, Instagram or like, you know, you want to, when they go to Google and they find you, you want all of your stuff to pull up. You don't want to have them search this tag on this website and then you have the underscore over here, but it's just too much. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely want to simplify all of your social media tags. And then what's important about your finding out who your target customer is, you want to know where they're going to be. So you want, like, your target customer, you want to know, like he said, what problem is it that you are solving for them, where they work, how much money they have, do they have children. You want to literally like build, like how they do on the video games, build a player. You want to build your customer because that is going to help you find out what outlets they use. So if your target audience is on Instagram and you're on Facebook, you're not in front of the people you need to be in front of. And then knowing your competitors or doing market research is important, but it's only important so that you can find ways to stand out. What I noticed in Rochester, unfortunately, and probably in other places, but people find what's working for somebody and they just latch on to that. Yes, and that is being a creator. That's probably one of the most frustrating things in the world, because it's like people don't realize those sleepless nights and all the stuff that you're looking into. It's like I'm good right over here, then here you come, and now I got to do a whole nother thing.
Take your whole business model.
Exactly. It's so frustrating. So yes, you want to know who your competitors are, and I want to say too, again, you don't want to necessarily put yourself against the big box companies. Know who your local competitors are. Know who those people are that are, you know, down the street from you, or that your customers may consider purchasing from. But like I said, not to copy, but to find every single way that you can set yourself apart. And then you want to, because I didn't know the term for it at the time, but she said something about the geofencing. Like, all of that stuff is so important, because if you know if you have the vision for your brand, if you want to be a luxury brand, but you're trying to cater to the people that is sitting in the next cubicle as you are, you know what I'm saying, it's counterproductive. So number 4, you want to think outside of the box with your content. There's 2 young ladies that I follow on social media. This one girl, she has a drop shipping business. She sells like clothes and like accessories and jewelry and stuff like that. Her business is, I think, Shop with Tinia. And just recently, what she started to do was she'll post like 4 different outfits, and she'll be like, pick one for brunch with your friends, or like date night, or random errands on Saturday. And that's even though it doesn't have anything directly connected to her product, she is producing engagement. Okay. You know what I'm saying, with her audience. So it is it's almost like a pivot. You know what I'm saying? And so exactly. So
Got a question about that.
right.
So that's cool in like the product business world to like create content like that. But like with spa, how do you really do that? Like, because we don't want to use nobody else's content to promote our services.
Right.
So how do you feel like what's the best way to navigate that when you are in like more of a service-based business?
So what service-based businesses, I think multimedia would be probably priority for you guys. So when I say multimedia, I'm talking like reels and TikToks and videos and stuff like that.
Showing what you do
Showing
and how
what
you
you
do
do and how you do it, and even as far as like, it doesn't necessarily have to be the service that you are doing, but your environment, your staff. You know what I'm saying? Like how you guys mesh well together and stuff like that. Because I didn't think about that before until I started working in the Glow Spot.
Okay.
So Glow Spot, they show you the products and stuff, but their energy together is bananas.
Yeah.
And they show that.
So did you separate that from what you got going on and just still like?
But yeah, so it's important. Like I said, you want to be on top of the trends. I think, especially in your particular case, because you do yoni steams, right? So with yoni steams, I think what will help you the most is education, because I know that yoni steaming is becoming popular, but we still don't know what it is. What is it? Like, you know what I'm saying? And you might have to break down like individual herbs.
Exactly.
What they do.
And that's my goal right now. Now I'm working with the herbalist and my OBGYN, so I'm finding out what particular herbs are good. You know what I'm saying? And which ones.
And I want to tell you,
Steam is anybody's a steam.
Exactly.
Men can steam. I'm starting to do men's steam.
And it is crazy, and because when you just mentioned, when you made the post about having the herbalist and having access to the OBGYN, that caught my eye, because a lot of other girls aren't even certified. You see what I'm saying? So for you to already be putting yourself against those resources takes you all the way up there. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you want to know who your competitors are, you want to know what the trends are, but you want to find a way to flip them in a way that puts you in front of, your
You just don't think about the next person.
You gotta show y'all products.
See, that's my
You gotta make sure y'all show y'all products. Like, I wanna see what you offer. I wanna see everything that's in your storage room that I can rent for my party, and not just what other people tell me you got.
If I don't leave here with this for her, you can call me.
I'm telling, like, this lady got 10 storage rooms.
You must have something.
And Monique, my cousin, I thought
Yeah.
But yeah, thinking outside of the box with your content is probably one of the best ways to continue, like she said, entertain, educate, and then you don't want to just force your products all the time. However, she was talking about labeling. I see a lot of business owners posting products in the jars and bottles with no labels. Like, you know what I mean? You want to make sure that your brand is recognized.
If you're not selling a private label.
Right.
And even if it is on there, you know, like my label is light. Like when I did a photo shoot, my label did not stand out. What was my whole focus of the product photo shoot. So just like, even though it's cute, it don't make it would need to be on your, you know what I mean? And be like, oh, that's so different. So I would call you that.
So what would you suggest for people like Whitney? She does food. What is the best way for her to reach people with her food? Like, she can bake like
Right.
like
So,
crazy.
so with food, like content creation, so we talk, a lot of times we just be going in the motions, right? We have to think intentionally about those content opportunities. So if you are prepping your food, if you are making the food, if the end result, you can do recipes. That's another thing too. Well, you don't necessarily have to give away your stuff, but you can recreate a lot of other people's things, because that's another thing too about marketing. Like, we feel like we have to come up with all these, you know, original ideas. Like leverage is a thing. Like if you, let's say you just start sharing stuff from your favorite chef or bakery person, you know, that you follow on Instagram, start sharing their stuff or recreating their stuff, but putting your own little ad, you know, right.
Don't copy all the way.
Don't copy
Be
all the way.
inspired.
Right. Stand out. You still gotta stand out.
So I